Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to show you how to put an SSD drive into your old computer, speed it up, try and make it a bit easier to use, give it a bit more longevity, get a few more years out of it. And SSD drives are pretty cheap now, so it's a good alternative now than buying a new computer. You'll need a screwdriver, an SSD drive. Obviously pick which one you think you'll fill up storage wise. I've got a 240 gig storage, and you'll also need a adapter, so it's called a SATA to USB 3. I'm just going to do a quick time test to see how long it takes to turn this thing on to Google screen, and we'll go from wow, that took forever. So it took 3 minutes and 40 seconds and change to get that from basically off to Google. So anything's going to be an improvement from that. No wonder Dad was whinging about how slow it was. So we're going to go ahead and try and speed up this bad boy. I'm going to go unpack the adapter and the SSD drive, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we've plugged the SSD drive. One thing I forgot to mention was definitely get an anti-static wrist strap. You don't want to cook your SSD after just buying it. So we've plugged it in. You'll hopefully be able to figure it out. That plugs into there. There's only one way to go, and then obviously USB. I'm using Acronis. If you're using another cloning software, it'll be slightly different to this. When you plug the SSD in, you want to go to the Windows Start button. You want to right click on Computer. You want to go Manager or Manage. You want to go to Disk Management. It should pop up automatically, and you basically want to have it unallocated as shown here. So this one here is the hard drive that's internal, and disk 1 is the SanDisk, which is external. And then once you've done that, you want to go into your cloning software. I've picked Acronis. You want to go down to the toolbar here. So once you're on there, you want to go clone disk at the top. And basically it's going to initialize it. You want to go automatic. You want to go next. Now that's the unallocated one, which is external, and this is the internal one. So you want to basically, it's going to say before and after. So we're going to go proceed. Now this could take a few hours, and it will restart your computer obviously as well. So this could take a few hours, so get this going and do something else, come back, and hopefully it's done in not too long a time period. Yes, I have a lot of stuff open. So I'm going to turn the video off and come back to you in a minute once it's done, and we'll go through removing the old hard drive and then putting the new SSD drive in, okay? Alright, so once you've done the cloning, you'll either restart your computer or it will do it itself. You want to hit the start button. You want to right click on computer. I'm going to go manage. Once that's loaded up, we want to go to disk management, and we want to make sure that the cloning has been successful before we take it out. So as you can see here, you've got the internal hard drive, and then we've got the SSD, and we've got how 102 megabytes, 102, 19.53 gigabytes, and again on there. So it's cloned successfully. So now we're going to turn the computer off and remove the hard drive and put the SSD back in. Alright, so I've turned the computer off, I've done a full shutdown, I've unplugged the power. Now, depending on your computer, it may be slightly different. You've got to take the battery out and you need to open the back where the hard drive is going to be. So mine's only the one screw. Yours will be different depending on what you have. So we'll do that and we'll see what's going on inside. Alright, so I've opened up the back panel on the computer. As you can see, there is the old hard drive, which we're going to be removing now. So it'll be very similar in your computer. There's usually a caddy that's built in. You want to remove that. So there's, say, 4 screws on my one. I'll remove them and we'll take the old hard drive out, and then I'll show you how to put the new SSD in. Alright, so I've removed the screws. Now, just for sake of consistency, I always take the screws out and put them in the same order. In this case, they're all the same size, but every computer is going to be different, okay? So now there's this flap on this one. You want to pull it across and you want to pull it out, okay? So there's your old hard drive that needs replacing. And now we're going to take the hard drive out of this little caddy with the screws here and here. And we're going to install it into the new SSD, which has the same holes you can see there and there. So I'll do that off camera and we'll come back. Alright, so we've screwed the SD onto the caddy, and now we've placed the caddy into the original place that it came from. Now we've just got to screw those 4 screws that we pulled out before. And before you put the back cover on, we're going to put the battery back in and see if she boots up like normal, basically. We'll do that and we'll come back to you. Okay, moment of truth. So I'm going to boot it up and see if everything has gone successful with the cloning. Windows is starting. And we are in. So Windows 7 has loaded successfully. Just wait a few moments. I'm going to do a timer on seeing how long it takes to get on the internet in a second. So I want to make sure everything is loading up okay. Seems to be fine. So what I'll get you to do is put the back panel back on now on your computer. So I'd recommend shutting it down and then taking it out of the power just in case, and then putting the back panel back on. And I'll have a time for you on how long it takes to boot the computer up after you've done that. Alright guys, I've done the time and 32.87 seconds. So that is a huge improvement from the 3+ minutes it took beforehand. So there you go guys, as easy as that. So that cost a total for me of $162 from a place called MSY. They're an Australian store. Sorry for everyone else in the world, but I'm sure you've got a local computer store that can help you out. I picked up the caddy, the SSD, and also got extra RAM, which will be in another video coming up on how to install more RAM in your computer as well, so stay tuned for that one. There's the old hard drive, which you can basically plug into the caddy and you've got yourself an external hard drive if you're getting a little enclosure for it. So yeah, for $162, I've turned Dad's old, very slow computer back into, you know, another one that's going to keep him going for another couple of years, maybe 2-3 more years if he doesn't have any troubles with it. So hopefully that's been helpful for you. Please like and subscribe, and I'll have more videos coming up very soon. See ya.